Hey guys, this is more of a 5-minute fix, but I'm going to show you how to replace your MLPS, or your neutral safety switch is what you're going to find it called at the parts store. And this thing does a couple of things. It acts as your neutral safety switch, which prevents a vehicle from being cranked unless it is in park. And it also lets the transmission computer know what gear the transmission's in. So when these go bad, you'll see symptoms like the vehicle will pop out of gear. It won't upshift or downshift like it's supposed to. Or if it's the neutral safety switch part of it, you'll go to crank it and nothing will happen. I mean nothing, because it doesn't think it's in park. So I got a new one because I've been fighting with 2 of those symptoms that I talked to you about. And I'm going to talk about, taking it off. How do you align it? Because that's kind of a big deal. And, getting the thing swapped. If you look at the replacement here, you'll see, sorry, I don't have room for my tripod under here. But you'll see, it might be hard to see, it says neutral on the plastic and there's a little line there. So how this works is it's a variable resistor and it needs to be aligned correctly for the resistor to send the right signal. You see how there's a line already lined up with the notch in the plastic collar. So those got to stay lined up when you're in neutral. And right now, those are not lined up, but we also are not in neutral right now. So first thing we need to do is put the vehicle in neutral, which means that if you don't have a working parking brake, you need to put some wheel chocks down in the rear. If you do have a working parking brake, go ahead and pull that so your vehicle won't move. And then we'll take this off. It looks like it's a pair of 8mm to get this guy off. All right, check it out. Again, it might be a little bit hard to see because camera things, but the notch in the white collar does line up with the line in the plastic here. So this one is installed correctly. It's just going bad. One thing you do want to check though, to make absolutely certain that it is going bad, check this connector. Turn this light off. There we go. If you see bare wire, if you see cracked wire here, you probably have a problem with your pigtail. You want to get that sorted first before you condemn this. This one's in decent shape. Pretty comfortable it's this. These are notorious for failing. So we're going to go ahead and disconnect this. And I may not have the strength to do it one-handed, at least with my right hand. And then we'll take those out. Alright, so once you got the bolts out and you've got the connector off, it should just kind of pop off. I always say this and then it doesn't want to do it. Yeah, the designs vary from year to year, but I don't see anything that's holding it on. It's stuck on this right now. It's probably the original one. Oh boy, we don't want to do that. Actually, we're fine with that. We don't care. Anyway, I need 2 hands to take this off. Be right back. All right, key thing here. I'll see if I can't get you a decent picture. It's a little tricky. See if I can move the light off a little bit. There we go, much better. So you see the mark where it says neutral right there? There is a matching mark on that yellow collar, and I don't know if the camera's picking it up or not. I can't tell. But those marks need to line up. So when you go to put this all together, and when you spin this thing around, because it's a collar, it rotates, and you line up your bolt holes, those 2 notches need to line up when the transmission is in neutral. Ignore the big notch, not the big guy. I know he's tempting, but don't look at him. There's a fine line on the plastic collar. It's hard for me to show it to you because there is exhaust shielding in the way. see a little better. That's got to line up when you're in neutral. Absolutely critically important. If it does not line up, this whole thing does not work. So make sure you have that right, and then you can check your bolt hole alignment, and we're good there. I'm going to rely on the bolts to kind of help snug this thing in place because it fits on a little tight. That's why I had to take 2 hands to get it off. And I'll go ahead and get this guy back in. I'm going to get some contact cleaner and spray out this connector. There's a little bit of shmoo in there. It looks pretty good, but I think a piece of shmoo came off, so I just need to spray that out real quick. And then we'll put it all back together. And the one test that we can easily do is we can just try to crank it. And if it doesn't register in park, it won't crank, right? All right, as you can see, we've got the new one in. It does line up. Again, I apologize. If you can't see the mark on the yellow there, I think there's just too much glare. But it is definitely there. Having too much fun with the zooms here. I had the zoomies. So I've got some WD-40 contact cleaner. Works pretty well. Pretty easy to find. Not sponsored, but hey, if somebody wants to be a contact cleaner or any consumable sponsor, I'd appreciate it. Kind of spray that out real quick. This is basically alcohol, so don't get it in your eyes, guys. It'll hurt. Now, while this is wet, you cannot put it back in. Again, alcohol, it'll dry quickly. And then we can go ahead and reconnect and we can test. By the way, guys, today our part is a MasterPro 2-8848 from O'Reilly's. Do take a picture before you go down there because they're going to list 2 or 3 different styles of this particular sensor. They'll claim that it'll work, and you want the style that you have seen me working with today. It's not the original style. The original style looks a bit different. It goes on the older E4ODs like my 1989 F350. This is the one that goes on the late model EODs, the ones towards the end of the run. One last thing to note here on the underside, this connector is stiff. So you really do need to make sure you push it until you hear the latch click to know that this thing's on there, because if it only has partial contact on the pins, you're going to get weird electric signals, which means this thing's not going to work right. And you'll think it's busted when it's actually not. It's that you have a bad connection here. Ask me how I know. Yeah. All right, let's go top side and make sure this thing cranks. All right, we're back in park, foot on the brake. And we have a crank, so that means we've got it aligned well enough. Would you be quiet? We have it aligned well enough that we can crank, so hopefully this also means we're good to go for actually driving it. So for now, that is a good repair.